Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we're all about leveling up, elevating, and living our absolute best lives. And today we are here at the Kenganda studios, and I'm here with Oshay, and we're going to interview him about his move to Uganda and everything that he's been up to pretty much. Welcome to my channel.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here with the celebrity.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, like I said, just content creator. But I'm just happy to be here with this professional setup. You guys, we've advanced. We've arrived. Anyway, so I would love for you to tell my viewers a little bit about yourself and why you specifically moved to Uganda. Like, why here?
Well, so my name is Oshay Duke Jackson. I'm from Sacramento, California, in the Los Angeles. I lived in both LA and Sacramento. But I came closer to the continent of Africa in 2015 when I went to Poland for medical school.
Okay.
And it was in 2017 in which I decided to come and visit Uganda because I was studying some Idi Amin things.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
So I like African dictator stories and biographies.
Yeah.
So
me too. For some odd reason, I really do.
Yeah, because they're crazy. So, so I was always, interested in Uganda because it wasn't a lot of information about it.
Yeah, oddly enough, yeah.
And I mean, in comparison to the Ghanas and Nigerias of the world.
No, well documented there, I think, anyway, in comparison to us, yeah.
Right. So I've been here 8 times.
Oh,
and
wow.
I technically didn't move here this time, but I kind of got stuck here this time. And now I've been here almost 8 months or 9 months.
Yeah.
But I did make the decision after the second time that I would always spend my part of my life here.
Okay, that's
so
amazing.
I was committed that I was going to be here at least half of my life for forever.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So initially, kind of like what I wanted for myself, but why I find it so fascinating is because you are African American.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I love it.
It's been very difficult, but it's been worth it.
Okay, so at which trip did you feel like you were like, I'm definitely going to be like Uganda will be half my life? Was it like
the second trip?
The second trip.
The
okay.
second trip,
How
yeah.
was the first trip then?
So the first trip, I was staying out to shout to author. I think it's author and goes. I was staying out in Chihuahua.
Oh, okay.
With he had a place on Airbnb. I was staying there. I really liked it, but I was suffering from jet lag and mosquito bites.
Oh, okay.
And so when the mosquitoes get a hold of you and you don't know about that net, you look at the net, it's like, well, why isn't that here? Well, you should use it.
Yeah.
And I was getting all these red marks on me, and I'm real black, so when you get red, it's like, oh my goodness.
And they're ruthless, the mosquitoes.
Yeah, and then and then obviously, I wasn't really feeling it so much the first 3 or 4 days because I didn't really know a whole lot of people.
Okay.
So I couldn't really enjoy it as much. But as I got further on in the trip, at the end I was like, well, I at least liked it enough to go back. And so when I went to other places, I was missing here. So when I didn't have anywhere to compare it to. So when I went to Brazil, I was like, I should have went to Kampala.
Yeah.
And for guys, where Brazil is supposed to be.
Oh yeah.
It's like Twerk City.
Yeah.
But so I was thinking about coming here. I went to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. I was like, I had experience in Uganda, so I should go back.
Yeah.
And then when I saw here that it was just a lot of things I could do.
Right.
With I was bringing to the table.
Potential.
I couldn't say no to it.
So much potential.
Yeah.
I love that you saw
place.
that because I know a lot of Ugandans who are in the diaspora and who come back and still don't really see that. So it's amazing that you were able to capture that from the beginning. Mm-hmm. Like that's amazing.
It's a lot of talented people that are here. I think that a lot of times, when you grow up in a place, just like in America, when African immigrants come to Canada or United States, as African Americans, we don't appreciate the opportunities that we have. But then when you come, when the Ugandans come to Boston, Waltham, the DMV, they see it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, y'all tripping. Like, why y'all don't see this?
Oh, and so it's just a change of environment. Yeah, that's true.
So for African American like me, when I come here, I'm like, you don't see what you have. People are like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
They're like, they're like literally where, what? And I'm like, lists. I have a whole list.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm gonna have
because they haven't been exposed. They've only been in that environment. And so
that's true.
That's
very, very true. So how much, so in terms of, because you said you were here by accident, but how much like planning and preparation do you feel like you had for that whole like half life here, half life abroad? Do you know what I mean? Like, how much planning and how much thought process did you put into it before being like, okay, this is for sure gonna happen?
Oh yeah. So it's endless because I'm still preparing every day, even though I'm doing very well in comparison I've ever done.
Yes.
But when I wanted to come to Uganda, the thing that I was going to have to do is, how can I support myself? I was already doing very good on the YouTube channel. Yeah. In my own markets. Yeah. The thing was, I was passionate about having Uganda as a place that people could come to. Right. Especially if you're in the Ugandan diaspora. Yes. Or if you were in the African American diaspora, that Uganda was an alternative in comparisons to Nigeria, Ghana, or Sierra Leone. One of the more
common places yeah.
And so you do have a lot of local startups here that, you have like Spark Solutions that does human resources. You have Expat Assist that gives you repatriation. But from the eye of a person in the diaspora, how could I plug in and come in and connect to an industry and get information? Because unfortunately, the Ugandan Investment Authority doesn't create content. Nor does the tourism board create content. No. So it leaves people like me and you to do that. Right. So how could we fill that void for our people that were there? Right. So when I decided to do that, I myself had to go through to even give information, I had to go through some of the processes myself. Right. Of losing money or, having some failed business deals here and there go through. The
common I guess, like I say, I like to say like the trenches of an entrepreneur. Like you go through those ups and downs regardless.
Unfortunately, you have to suffer those in order to give information about what's going on. Exactly. But I would say that once I decided I wasn't going to come, and I realized that there wasn't Best Buy here if you needed equipment, Amazon wouldn't deliver here. Yeah. I had to solve those problems. So when I noticed that was the issue, it took me about 6 months to be able to see that if we wanted to do like we're doing right now, what does that cost? And then can you get somebody who knows how to operate stuff? Right, yes. So then that left me waiting on Satati, the guy I was telling you about. Yes. At that time, he was already in internship with MultiChoice from Kenya. I met him in Kenya with Wodi Maya and Dr. Mumbi. So that took me I got to get him down to Uganda and plan for a budget for that. And I need to get the equipment that he can be successful with. As well, yeah. So that took me about another year. Yeah, okay. And then Zuku Fire, we talked about that, right? Right, yeah. We had to be somewhere working where Zuku was at.
You had said that you waited for Zuku to get here before coming here.
Yes, I knew Zuku was in Tanzania. I knew Zuku was in Kenya. And I waited until
we had Zuku.
Wananchi, which is the company that owns Zuku, installed in Uganda. Yeah. And then I specifically looked at the places, in those places where I could live, I can operate,
which is literally only like the city center. Like I think we have a house in Muyenga, and like we can't even get it there. It's literally just a pocket, but it's amazing. Yeah.
So I waited that time. So it was because if I didn't have them, I couldn't do this.
Right. Exactly.
Because we have files that you need to send out and download.
Ooh,
and things.
It's a lot. Yeah.
So the process is about a year.
Yeah, and we don't have a culture of like coffee shops with free Wi-Fi and stuff like that, and like quick Wi-Fi at that. So you can't even have like I get it.
And it's expensive too.
Yeah, a lot. Okay, so what did you feel like? Did you weigh any pros and cons before coming? Like, were you like, okay, so can you share some of them?
Well, the pros and cons were, for me, because Kenya is right next door. Right. Kenya had no problem with internet. Right. Because Zuku was from there. They had Safaricom, which I use the internet. There are a lot more options, and the internet was widely variable throughout the place. Then there was West Africa. A lot of African Americans and Caribbeans, we have West African lineage. So we have a little bit of a close relationship with the Nigerian community and the Ghanaian community, because the Nigerians and Ghanaians and African Americans have kind of been living together in the United States for a long time, so kind of know each other a lot better than, let's say, East Africa. Yeah, and there's a lot, maybe I don't know about the U.S., but I feel like in Canada or Toronto area, there's a lot more like West Africans. So it's easy to get into. And then obviously with Nigeria being bigger, with Ghana being more popular for African Americans, that would allow me to say, okay, well, West Africa as a base for the startup would have become more popular. Right. So you have the internet in some place like Kenya or South Africa that's better. Right. Or then you have a place like West Africa. So those are the cons. Right. The pros was that, Uganda, number one, had a lot of talent. Yeah. Oh, a lot. So it was big enough in comparison to a place like Gambia, where you only have like 2 million people. Right. Not to say that they don't have talent, but when you have a place like population. Yeah, the population. Population can dictate how the service industry can be. So can I get more videographers? Can I get more
Right.
editors?
Yes.
Is that kind of culture there?
Yes, 100%.
And so Uganda, that was there.
Yeah, we're actually a high population, highly populated country. Oddly enough, I was so shocked when I looked up the stats. I was like, really?
Yeah. And then I can also be honest. The ladies here look.
Get into it.
I mean,
can't lie.
I mean, to be able to just go outside your house and your neck be breaking every day, it was
from anyone walking anywhere. It's so funny.
It's never a bad day here.
It's never a bad day in Kampala.
So
That's amazing.
And the next thing too is like as far as black men, because a lot of African American men, there's this misconception that that brothers don't like dark skinned women. Black men don't like they want.
Yeah.
When we started promoting those ladies on the Miss Curvy videos or just black women in general that was in Uganda, I would just have like an interview. Black men are crazy about women in Uganda.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, I want to come there.
That's so funny.
So I was like, I'm gonna have to start a dating service. So,
actually, you should.
And then Uganda, as far as an investor, Uganda as a country is just a little bit more laid back in its restrictions.
That's true.
And they're
very true.
in comparison to Rwanda or Kenya.
Yeah.
There's a lot more. I think the culture here, the entertainment scene is not like any place I've ever been before in my life.
Really?
Oh, it's crazy. And then you had
a good way.
Great things.
Yeah.
And then you had things happening like, you and your channel, and then like the fashion week, Kampala Fashion Week happening. And there was a lot of energy that's like, wow, man, this is like really, really growing as a vibe. So I was like, I want to be a part of, I want to grow with Uganda. And, Ghana, Nigeria, I didn't feel like
you could grow with them.
Not as much as here.
Right. Very true.
I believe I would have did okay anywhere.
Yeah, of course.
But I think that here, I'm more drawn here because the potential was greater, and I've grown.
Yeah.
I feel like Uganda's helped me grow a lot more so than I would, because in Ghana I would probably have a little bit more infrastructure.
Right, yes.
But I think that Uganda gave me a lot more.
That hustler, like you got to figure out how to get it done.
Yes. Uganda has improved me as a person with patience.
Oh, yeah.
With learning how to manage, because the one thing we was talking about before is when you come to Uganda, you have your vision of what you want to do as the brand, but the people that work for you or work with you or collaborate with you, they don't necessarily know.
Yes.
So now you have to relay what you want to achieve to people who don't know, who don't probably care.
Right.
And then you need to be able to make them believe in what you're trying to do as much as you want to believe in it, and so that they see it successful as much as you want to see it successful.
Very true.
And then you're overcoming the fact, you're an American guy, and then stereotypes what people have heard you say about you, which is not true. But here it's taught me how to be more patient.
Right.
How to work with the talent. How to collaborate and partner with people.
That's very true.
And not just like, you work for me, but no, we're partnering in this.
Yes.
I can help you achieve things and you're helping me achieve things. And we're both African, we're both black.
Yes.
So let's help each other. That's what this has helped me do more so, because there wasn't the African American repatriation program in Sankofa like it is in Accra, where we have 5,000 African Americans. It was, you're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
You're going to figure out, are you going to fail?
You have no choice. You just got to work. So with that being said, because you mentioned like patience, and that's something that you had to kind of learn in a different way here.
Yes.
So how long do you feel like it took for you to settle in, and what other things that you had to learn along the way? Like what other mindset things that you had to shift?
Well, so one of the things was, unfortunately, because we've been programmed for people to think that, blacks anywhere have a mistrust for one another.
Yeah.
And that's just in the African American community. That's in the African community. But my biggest thing for me was to tell myself, can you achieve in Uganda with other people that you can achieve in America?
Yeah.
And for most people, they're like, you're crazy. My mom cried one day when I was coming to Uganda. She's like, they don't like our people. Like, why are you going there?
Yeah.
And I had to erase that mindset, because I might have had an experience with a few Africans before that was pejorative.
But that's not everybody, right?
Right. And then so the thing was, I even had experiences where I will see white people get better service than me, than certain things.
You're saying here?
Here, South Africa. Yeah. But then I had to get that out of my mind and say that the people here can achieve anything that anybody else can achieve as long as your system.
Yeah.
Once that was the mindset, everything else was okay.
Right.
Well, it didn't matter about the money. It didn't matter about because once you believe that, then the money will come.
Yeah, and you'll figure it out. I'm glad that you came here with that perspective as opposed to where a lot of, because your mom cried and so did my Ugandan family. Like I know people who are just kind of like, why? Like, and people were like, she's still there? Is she surviving? Like, how's it going?
There was little faith
in
it, but the thing about it is that also building a community around what you do, because in America, like for me, I don't speak Luganda. And so I depend on people to, what's going on? Can you translate this for me?
Yes.
And trust people you don't know.
Right. But they're saying the right things.
Yeah. So for me, it was much harder because I don't have any family here at all.
Right.
And I had to adopt people, because in America and Canada, if you're a talented person and you know the system, you don't really need to depend on so many people for your success.
Not really, no.
But here you have to.
Yeah.
Or you're not going to do it very
You
well.
have to build a network. I feel like I keep saying this in every video, but I'm not lying. You have to. And I'm glad that you said that and mentioned the fact that you didn't have family, but you found that you understood it. You created that community for yourself and grew in it. Like that's amazing. Yeah. So there you go, guys. You can definitely do it even if you're not Ugandan. Hello. It goes to show. Okay, so I wanted to touch on so did you always know when you were coming here that like this was like YouTube was what your goal was when it came to Uganda, or did you feel like you had various other ideas and this was your focus at the moment?
Well, it was my focus at the moment because it's what I knew. Okay. Now, one of the things that we're also doing now is Kenganda Nation, which is Kenganda Nation is basically about creating the mixtape market inside of East Africa. Okay, yes. But powered by the DJs. Right. And the artists that are up and coming. Hence Club Kenganda, which is why we have that episode. Yes. But I wanted to do that, but I didn't know DJ Nacello. I found out DJ Nacello through Ryonga, who's a rapper here. Oh, okay. And he introduced me to Nacello. Okay. But primarily, when I was trying to create content here in Uganda, and for anybody trying to be a content creator, you're only as good as the people around you. the people that you can access. Right. Yeah. Because if you don't know somebody in agribusiness, you can't use that content. Right. If I don't know Rachel Nalumu, I can't, so I was very limited as what I can do because I didn't know a whole lot of people. Yes, that's true. But the more that you get to know people and you get to know information, the more that you can create that into a strategy. Right. And that it gives you another tool. That's very, very true. But you have to do a lot of meeting, hanging out, shaking. Yeah, you got to become a busybody like Rachel Nalumu, all over the place. Who is going to Jupiter next week. But I found that out also, that in order for you to grow in Uganda, you need to be connected to people because this is more of a face-to-face thing. It is. And Africa's in your face. Country. Yeah. Like we're just so like people don't, maybe it's I don't know if it's distrust or what it is, but like people don't really want to do business with you unless they see you. They're like, okay, there's a face to you. Okay, cool. Yes. But like I've approached people like the North America way, just via email, whatever, crickets. But then I'll meet them and all of a sudden it's a dope conversation and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. And for me, I was like, I have to, because for me, with my old channel, I can, do my little Adobe Audition, few videos over the thing, upload it, get some money, and that's it. And you're good. Yeah. But you can't grow Kenganda like that. Yeah, no, you have to be able to go out. You have to film. Yes. And you guys have done such a great job growing it over the last year. We're trying. Almost 2 years, you said, as of December. Yeah. So it's a different mindset. Uganda is more about communal stuff. Yes. It's a community thing. It's a community thing. Even at Acacia Mall, people, it feels like you're in the high school. Like you go to malls in Toronto, it's like, but people in the mall are like, people got their families there. People are hanging out, taking photos on the side. It doesn't feel like a mall. It feels like a family. Yeah. Everybody's like a family thing. And in Toronto, people on them like, LA. Walking and going, same thing. But here it's like people bring their families. Thing. It's a family thing. People be kicking it on the side of the road of like a mall, just there, just chatting for lunch or something. It's a family feeling at Acacia Mall. It doesn't feel like a mall. It feels like this is where people are coming as almost like a church or a community or something like that.
So true.
And I really like that. I go there every day. I play my little video games.
Yeah. You want to tell them how often you're at Cafeteria?
Every day. I spend at least $100 every month just playing the video game. I won't play it so much here because I won't get anything done.
Yeah.
But I just like going there.
You just do your thing at you time or me time, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I died laughing. I was like, Cafeteria every day.
Every single day.
I was just like, okay, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously I first want to ask you if you could tell them about your channels, because at first I thought it was just one. Then I came to film on Saturday and found out that there was two, and then today I found out there's three. I feel like I keep finding out new little nuggets.
So we have my main channel is Oshay Duke Jackson.
Okay.
I do be going in, so you might not want to go over there and check that out because it's rough over there.
He said he doesn't hold back. I was like, okay.
Kenganda is where I'm nice, family. If you want to see the nice pro-black side, positive. Because I'm trashing celebrities on my main channel, family. I don't want you to go over there and get discouraged. I want you to keep your head up, okay? Go follow me on Kenganda where I'm talking about some nice stuff.
Helpful things.
Helpful,
valuable.
brothers and sisters. I want you to be I have passion for you over there. You go to Oshay Duke Jackson, you get in the comments, you might get roasted up. What? So, but that one has 99,000 subscribers.
Yes, yeah.
That one's more catered towards the African American community, the male community.
Right.
Because I'm very, very passionate about African American community. Now, at first, I didn't accept the I was an African American with Pan African leanings.
Really?
I've been to Africa 10 times. Wouldn't consider myself Pan African until recently.
Really?
Yeah, because now I really believe that.
So interesting.
Yeah, because at first I was like, I have Pan-African leanings. I would never consider myself Pan-African until now.
Right. Okay.
Now I've accepted it.
And now you're like, it's in my blood.
Yeah, I've accepted it. This is because our people are. We need to start trying to work together as much as we can.
Yes, and I love that you mentioned that earlier, because I was like, oh, this is really my mindset, like of just being. Yeah, like working within communities, working together, being like rely on ourselves, not on other people. Or
because how are you going to have anything?
That's so true.
Because when the Chinese come to Uganda,
I know.
They're going to work with the people to beat you all the time.
Yeah.
The Lebanese people are going to do that.
Yeah.
And for me, as a person that has a startup, one of our main missions is we want to help the brothers and sisters as we help ourselves grow in the platform, because we need to grow together, right?
Yes.
Because when white people come, like they own Safe Boda.
Yeah.
When they come, they're coming to help. They come and help themselves,
right?
You know, and Jumia in Nigeria, that's owned by whites.
Yeah.
So when
I didn't know that till this, end of last year, I was like, oh, I really thought it was African owned.
Yeah. So I did too. So it's our responsibility to push our people forward as blacks, because if we don't do it, nobody's going to do it. So I think that Uganda gives everybody the opportunity to come in. You know, there are a lot of startups here that have some great ideas. Yeah. That can really help the Pan-African community. Yeah. I think that, and people just didn't know about it. Yeah. Yeah. People just didn't know. Yeah. I didn't know. Right. But now that we know that, this is what's going on for the agribusiness sector, or this is what's going on in the service industry. It's like, wow, okay, so Uganda is a place that I can thrive. Right. But we need to just basically put the intelligent people, what they're doing, just more out there. Right. Because in Uganda, some of the most smartest people that I've met are driving Ubers. Right. I'm like, why are you driving Ubers? Yeah. Well, this is the best I can do right now. Right. And that's something that we need to change, because. Do you feel like it's a lack of marketing or ability to market businesses, branding, everything? You know what I mean? I'll mention one guy here. He doesn't know me personally, but let's say there's a guy by the name of he has something here called the Tribe Uganda. Okay. And the Tribe is a hip hop magazine. Okay. Felix. I've never met him, but I saw him in his interview. Guy's a brilliant man. He's very articulate, very astute. I think the issue with the Tribe Uganda is a lack of upfront capital to do it and support. The issue that Ugandan startups are having is that not the idea or not the work ethic or not the genius. The issue is where's the money coming from? Yeah. And Uganda, unfortunately, is not a place that startups can really thrive. Yeah, that's very true. I hate to say this, but you do have your innovation villages. Right. You do have other things like that are funds. Coming up. But if you have a really, really good idea to come in and start something, Uganda is not set up for the startup, and startups are what helps you. Like, look at Amazon.
Yeah.
Was a startup.
All of those.
20 years. Apple was a startup.
All of these things were startups.
So what happens is if you get people that are from Uganda who are very, very brilliant and they can't make it here, well, then they're going to leave.
Yeah.
And then when they leave, they're not coming back.
And there's brilliant Ugandans living in the diaspora.
Yeah.
And for way too long, in my opinion. And I'm like, come back.
Yeah, but then they're like coming back, like, well, they have a bad taste in their mouth, right?
Yes, exactly.
And so but as me as an African American, a person who's not Ugandan, and they kind of see like, oh, well, you're doing, maybe I can come back and I will tell everybody it's all about, measuring what you're trying to do. For me, I came here 8 times. So every time I come, I will learn something different. I will come back.
And that's what I keep telling people. I'm like, just come gradually, get to know the culture, the people, the country itself, and then, settle if you want. But like as long as you do something, I feel like that's good.
Right. Yeah. And that's the issue. And then because the thing about it is this, the time is now. Yeah. For Africans and we're the diaspora, you got to understand that, only you can solve your own problems. Nobody's going to solve them. You got to tell your own stories. Yep. The African story is being told by Africans, which is great. Right. Now you have the African American story, which has always been told. But now you have a new story, an African American's vision of Africa. Right. Told. Yeah. And even in certain instances, we're telling our story in the same platform, like Struggle would. Yes. We're telling an African story and an African American story in the same video.
Which I loved. It was so funny. You should check it out. I'm going to plug it.
Yeah. So we just need to do that. And we just need to be able to say that, hey, we might not have as much as other people, right? But let's not get discouraged.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll grow and we'll get there. And
we'll grow.
There's beauty in the growth. There's lessons to be learned in the growth. Like,
and let me say one thing. One of the things that as Blacks that we have a problem with is comparing ourselves to what other people have, and we get deterred. Well, well they have this. Yeah. I don't have that.
So I can't do it or whatever.
I mean,
maybe the story may be.
The thing about it is that it's yours. If it's just your idea, if it's not blossoming, you don't have everything right now.
That's so true.
I didn't have everything. Yeah. I still don't have everything, right? Yes. I mean, there's people here that got a ton of money, that have a lot of stuff. I don't worry about what I don't have. Right. I'm appreciative for what I do have.
What you do have, and you grow with what you have and keep going. Yes.
And a lot of people, when it comes to like, well, can I make money with Africans? Can I make money with the African American community?
You make money anyway.
Like, we got to stop looking at people like that, oh, they're too cheap, they want the hookup. I mean, that does happen. Yeah. But at the same time, we're about being good. Yeah. We're about being good. We're about solving problems for people. We're about what you're supposed to be doing. The money is going to be there. Yeah, regardless. Just make sure you be consistent in, in Uganda, Kenya, any place you decide to go. But, we just got to start looking at our own people to solve our problems. Yes. Then everybody can grow.
Preach. I 100% agree. Okay, so I can see obviously you have a machine going here and a well-oiled machine at that. Right. What does your day-to-day look like as your business here?
Well, it can change, but typically because the team here is focused on the content for my main page. Right. They do, and then we do the content for here. Okay. So then typically I'll get up, if it's my content, I'll have to do the recordings of voiceovers for what I got to do. Right. With that. And then whatever project that we have. Right. And then planning for the full week. Okay. So like we planned to have you here on Thursday. Yes. So then that was my Thursday. Right. And so then tomorrow we have Saturday, Sunday, we have, so we have to make sure that we can get everything done. And then do we have enough money to cover it all? Yes. So yes. I typically like to operate at, this is how much money we have for the week. It's already there. We can account for everything. For that, 3 or 4 weeks. Well organized. So we were trying to get even better. Right. So if we can, and then obviously one of the things that we want to do is because power goes out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so if you're a content creator, we have a person that's in Russia, we have a person that's in Kenya. So I need to get up and make sure that I have all my stuff done. Mm-hmm. We use Google Drive to get it to Russia. Right. We use it to get it to Kenya. Right. So if power goes out, our work is still being done. So you still have a backup. Oh, that's so smart. Yeah, so we have that. And then also if power, if we have problems, I'm taking the boaters more than I used to. Right. So that's the day to day. Day to day is I'm probably up till 5. Right. Then I'm probably back up at 11.
So how have you found doing business in Kampala and adjusting to the pace of doing business here?
It's very easy.
What is it that's easy though? I find this so shocking.
Well, for me, it's easy because in Kampala, okay, I think a lot of people don't understand the African mindset or the African American mindset, and being African American prepares you very, 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 very greatly for Africa.
Really?
Because it's the same. It's the same. I can say. Can I say?
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah.
So when you're living in the black community, you know, when you come to Africa, it's the same thing. Only difference is that that's why for me to come here, I plug in so easily.
Yeah.
So I know like how people are with business. A lot of people, when you want to work with somebody, like I want to let people know that I really appreciate what they do. And the first thing I'm trying to do is give proof of concept of what I want them to do.
Right.
And then I'm trying to do compensation in the same conversation.
Okay.
So a lot of times people are trying to pitch an idea, pitch something, but you don't have any proof of concept behind it or no money behind it.
Right.
So for me, I want people to take me seriously. And then when I come correct for people that are talented, they appreciate it.
Right.
And then I can, in here, it's even more appreciated because people don't appreciate talent as much as they should in Uganda. So I find it very easy to do stuff.
That's so interesting.
I make it easy to do things, people to work with me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow. Meanwhile, I was out here like, I'm so used to just like shoot and go. And I was just like, this has been an adjustment. So I get it though. I get it.
For me, because obviously when I'm trying to work with somebody, I try to tell them I want to work with you. And if I know that they're good and I need them,
right,
I'm trying to close the person right then and there.
Right. Yeah,
like, yo, sense. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
You know like, what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
And once people get that, you know, for here, it goes a long ways.
Yeah.
Versus you know, brother, I got, you know, me and you could do some business.
Yeah.
And, you know, on the back end, brother, you know, like that's kind of emails I'll be getting on my email, and you get them probably too.
Yeah.
And nobody has time for that because people are busy. So I try to take into consideration. I want to work with you. That's how I got DJ Nacello, one of the better DJs in Uganda.
Yes.
He wouldn't talk to me at first. When I met him, I saw him the next time.
Yeah. Ready? And you were like,
bro, come see me tomorrow.
Yeah.
He was here.
Hey, that's amazing. Okay, I like that.
And it wasn't because he needed the money. It was because he knew I was serious. He got tired of dealing with people who wasn't serious.
Who weren't, and that's why he was probably just like this guy and just
because he already got his own money, so he wasn't worried about me. Yeah, but now he knows. Okay, this guy is serious about this.
I like this approach. I'm learning. I'm taking this.
Yeah. So it's been easy when you do that.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to get into a little bit more personal because I feel like a lot of people, well, they bombard me with these questions, but I feel like it would be interesting from your African American perspective being in Uganda. But how do you feel like it's been dating here or like the scene or whatever? Have you actually jumped into it or you're just kind of like, yeah?
Before, I used to be like, I didn't like it, man. Like I used to complain like, man, like why these girls always asking for money? You know what I mean? Like, I'll just be like, you know, obviously, you know, because here's the thing. A lot of black guys think like, okay, from America, you come to, you know, Uganda, it's like third world. Like girls are going to just be like jumping on you like that. I don't think that's the case.
Okay.
I think it's just like, you know, if a woman likes you, she likes you. If she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you. Just like in Canada and America.
Right. Yeah. Anyway.
Obviously, here, when you're dating, it's not like in Canada. You date a woman in Canada, she is more likely to have some of her, you know, her own money, very educated. But here, you know, you're dating women, you know, they're going to expect you to pay for everything, right? Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
You know, and
I understand.
So for me, it was like, because the culture, I'm like, if you ask people for like, I just gave you like 200,000 shillings. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you need something else. But then I realized, okay, being a woman is very expensive.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not like somebody is trying to use you as like, no, this person really needs the money. So when you kind of understood being here more, you understand people's perspective.
Yes.
You understand how the culture works because even their families asking probably them for money.
Right.
And so then when you kind of understand like, this is what's going on, then
so interesting.
It's not as, you don't take offense because it's easy to take offense to what you don't know.
Yes.
Until you understand what's going on. So I was in it, I looked at it, I'm like, well, the thing that the woman is asking you for is not much. You know, 30,000 for some mobile money, unless she's rich like you know, buy me a whole Rolls Royce fleet. But for the most part, dating has been better here than I would say. I wouldn't say in the States, because the States is good too.
Yeah.
But here it's just been, it hasn't been a hassle as long as, you're somebody that a woman can respect.
Yes, 100%.
It's just like anywhere else.
Right.
If a woman can take
That's
advantage of you,
okay.
she take advantage of you. If you're somebody that she can respect, she'll respect you.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. There are your answers right from a guy.
Yeah.
Stop bombarding me.
Works the same way everywhere.
So how has it been being away from your family? Because I know essentially you're in medical school, so you're already away from them. But like, how has it been, especially during COVID?
Well, so the thing about it was my mom, she didn't want me to come to Uganda. Stop coming.
Yeah.
But what's so funny is I was explaining to my mother something very important. I said, Mom, I realized what white people stole from us when I came here. She said, what do you mean? I said, when people come here, they have their last name still, they have their culture, they have the ability, if they go to Canada or go to America, they can come back and they can plug in and they can do things that we can't do.
Yeah.
And we're not able to take that same opportunity.
Yeah.
They took that from our people.
Yes.
But they didn't take that from them.
No.
So I said, when you realize the advantage that, like, let's say if a person becomes a Ugandan American, they then have a huge advantage over the average African American person, because they can go back and do things. Just like the guy I did UG Unlocked interview with Paul. My mom actually goes to his house now to deliver my things.
That's so funny.
So UG Unlocked is in Sacramento.
Yes.
She's seen how big his house was.
Yeah.
I said, a lot of that money is probably coming from Uganda, right?
Yeah.
I said, the thing about it is that we've been robbed of the language, of the culture, and of the things that, you don't understand what they took from us. And until you come here and you realize that we've been a lot of stuff has been omitted from our history. Because my last name doesn't mean anything, but Nalumu means something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nalumu
means
so
something.
True. Yeah.
It attaches your lineage. If you go anywhere in the Ugandan diaspora and Nalumu, somebody knows it means something.
Yeah.
If I give my name, it doesn't mean anything. So if you don't know who your people are, you've been deleted from history.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but these people don't have that. So I want to be in touch with people who are like that.
Yeah.
And she understood it then.
That is so dope. Okay, then at that point she was like, okay,
she understood it more.
I get it. I get your vision.
Yeah.
Okay, we move. Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So other than that, I guess it's been an adjustment, but a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's amazing. Okay, so as we're segueing out of this video, one thing I wanted to ask was, what is your favorite thing to do in Kampala when you have free time from this well-oiled machine you've got going on?
So I like going to Acacia, playing the video games. Yes. Let me get my Rachel Nalumu on. Don's Organic Spa in Kololo.
Okay.
Don's Organic. You can catch me there, player.
I'm
giving them a shout out. Y'all better give me a free one next time I come through there, because y'all always trying to sell me the most expensive. Hello, sir. Do you want this package of 1.5 million? No.
What?
No. But I'm on Don's.
I'm like, what's included in this package?
Shout out to Holy Creek in Kololo.
Yeah. Oh, I love it up there.
A lot of love.
And the views too is so nice.
Yeah. I love La Perini's.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then, I haven't experienced a lot of things outside of the country during my work day life, but the Design Hub. Oh, how I can forget
Oh,
this.
yes.
I'm always there, Design Hub. I'm hanging out there, bothering people, stalking people. And I'm still figuring out more things.
Right. Okay.
PC Gamers Hub.
Oh, you were mentioning this. Now I want to go. Can you just go there and play games?
Yeah. I go there. I get all my PC builds from there.
Okay.
This one that we're talking about on right now is from there.
And then they have do they have the option to just go and play around?
Yeah.
Ooh, guys, I want to go.
I made a lot of money with PC Gamers Hub. So shout out to Martin over there.
Oh wow. Okay. That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least you have a few things that you're like, okay, these are my fun things to do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Acacia, it's so funny.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then have you seen anything outside of Kampala? Have you guys gone to?
We are supposed to go. I've been to Jinja, but I haven't been to I'm going to go to Mbali next week.
Okay. Oh yes, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to get into some of the other parts of before I go back, northern Uganda, western Uganda, Barara, and Barara, as I said.
Yeah.
Heard they got some good looking girls over there. By the way, I've been hearing about that city.
He's like, I'm coming.
I can only look because I love Jesus. But I will be there looking, though. I'll let you know.
I'm so dead. Oh my God.
So I'm definitely going there. I got to go there before I go.
Oh my God. So this has been an amazing video. Just have 3 more questions left for you. Just a little outro out. So what do you love most about living here? One thing that you can name about
the
being
people
in Uganda. The people. Oh, that's amazing. We really do have dope people. I'm not even gonna like very nice, very just chills. Yeah, sometimes too chills, but chill. Yeah. And then what is something that you feel like could improve?
I believe that the government is going in the right direction with the infrastructure because things I couldn't do here in 2017 I can do now.
Yeah. There's always
but
a jump.
I think that for the people that are in the tech business, more access to that kind of equipment. I don't know. I think if they do more stuff for the digital community as a digital hub that can grow, kind of catching up to Kenya. Yes. I think that's good. But I think the country is doing, like I said, there are things I couldn't do in 2010 I can do now. Yeah. So I think the country is going in the right way.
No, 100%. I actually mentioned that in a video and someone was like, what growth in the comments? And I was like, honestly, if you've been coming consecutively since I've been coming since 2013, every 1 to 2 years, you do see like random, you'll come back and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see, even in Entebbe Road is beautiful.
Yeah.
So
it's happening.
The country is doing the right thing, but I think the government can only do so much.
Right. Yes.
I think that you're only as good as the talented people you have at the country.
100%.
So if the talented people can blossom, then everybody else can blossom. So I just think that's really
facts, actual facts. And then what do you miss most about living in the U.S.? Like what things do you miss?
Best Buy, Amazon,
Best Buy.
McDonald's. Just. I mean, not having, not no curfew.
Yeah, that's COVID,
all of my stuff. You can I could drive my car.
This guy said McDonald's.
Everything, man. Like all my restaurants.
Oh, do you find KFC is different?
It's different, yeah.
Do you find it better?
It's something similar, but KFC obviously in America
is not
is KFC now in A&W, so they have
they
have more of it's a combined brand, so it's more options.
Okay.
The menu here is limited.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in Canada, no one goes to KFC. Everyone's like Popeyes or stuff like that.
Popeye. Oh my God, that $5 chicken sandwich.
Oh my God.
I see why they was fighting. I see why they was fighting.
But yeah, like KFC here is well spiced. I was like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, KFC is like people be hanging out there like it's the place like Cabbage Hour or something.
Oh my God, yeah, literally, it's so funny. And then my last question is for anyone what advice would you give somebody coming here with the similar background to like African American, moving to Uganda, wants to start a life?
I would take a page out of Rachel Nalumu's book. I've also said this before. I would say just first of all, come visit. Yeah. That's the first thing I would say. Yeah. Is visit.
I'm so happy you said this.
And then visit, save money. I would, if you're visiting, the first place I would go, because I know you want to see the attractions. Take a visit at the Hive Collab or Design Hub, and then get in contact with the professional community. Because the thing about it is, people want to repatriate to the continent of Africa, to a country, and you're not in touch with the professional community.
It's so weird.
How do you think you're gonna do? Yeah. Like you listening. How good do you think you're gonna do? You're gonna fail. Like you're gonna be poor. Okay. You don't know the market. You don't know how things go. What you know in America doesn't matter anymore.
Actually, that's so true. You gotta also be like open to just learn the culture. Just let some things go.
You don't know everything. You think because you did one thing in America doesn't mean it's. So if you don't have any connection to the professional community or the people who are who are doing the things every day, who have the who are working in the professional markets. If your community is not that, expect to be. A lot of people will move to here and do the same thing they were doing in America, which is nothing. Yeah. It happens nicely. So if you're a person that's not doing very well in America, then you might want to look at.
Oh, it won't work here then. No.
You're gonna have a tough problem. So make sure you change all your bad habits. If you're a quitter in America, you will quit when you get here. So those are things, and you need to have the professional people. You need to know how to have a lot of soft skills, how to close somebody on working with you. Collaborations, all right? You're gonna need to know how to do. If you don't know how to do that, you're gonna struggle, because you need people to help you here. And if you're good at that, you know how to make deals. You know how to get people to work with you. You don't mind spending money to invest in people's talents. Yep. It's a great place to come.
Great.
If you don't do that, you're doing business. Sorry, I hope I can say that. He'll beep it out. But you're gonna be struggling.
Oh my God, that is such beautiful advice. I love being here because I always get like spoken into. I love it. It's good energy. But on that note, thank you so much for coming on my channel. I really appreciate it. I think this will be really informative to a lot of you guys. And just so that people know where to find you specifically. Yeah,
I would suggest go to the Kenganda YouTube channel. Don't go to my main channel because y'all gonna be mad. Go to the Kenganda YouTube channel. First comment pinned to the top. Hope she'll do that. If not, go find subscribe, hit the bell over there. We have a lot of good things. If you're interested in Uganda, just like Rachel, we're working to build the Ugandan diaspora community and also the talented people here. So if you're looking at repatriation, you're looking at how to find talent for your business and human resources, there's Spark Talent Solutions. So we have people that we're working with in the co-working communities or startups that can give solutions to the problems that people are not talking about that you're going to need when you get here. Unfortunately, you're going to need to know how to train people, how to develop them, how to retain people in your business. You need to have a brand, how to execute a strategy. So we're trying to work with people that want to repat and give them a resource. So if you're Ugandan, you've been in the UK for 15 years. So when you come, you at least have some people that you can say, I want to reach out to you and get this started before I get here. I want to, because if I knew about the brand factory, or I would have done certain things with certain people before I came. Right. So it would have gave me some momentum. Right. So if I had a business I want to start, I would already know what my credo is, what I want how I want my employees to operate, who I want. I would have all that ready before I even came. Right. And we don't have a lot of that written out for people in Uganda. So I think it's dope that a lot of channels are now really doing that. Focusing on that. Really good. Instead of just appealing to your emotional appeal to come back to Africa and just live, and then you don't have anything, you don't know what to do. We want people to come back, actually be successful when they touch and down. Use your resources to develop yourself and develop other people. Yeah. Versus that. So that's what we're trying to do over there. Well, thank you so much. Guys, if you haven't already, please do remember to subscribe, click the bell notification button, post notification button, and you'll get notified every time I drop a video. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll check you in my next video. Bye. Peace.